live from Tripoli, an interview with the leader of Libya, Colonel Muammar Gadhafi. Good evening. Last week, the Reagan administration ordered all Libyan diplomats to leave the United States in 5 days, and last night they left. Officially, the United States government charged Libya with, quote, a general pattern of unacceptable conduct. Off the record, U.S. officials made a lengthy indictment of Libyan efforts to foment international terrorism by funding, training, and arming a wide variety of terrorist movements. The U.S. also condemned Libya's invasion and occupation of the neighboring country of Chad, and blamed the Libyan government for the murders of dissident Libyans living abroad. Privately, the United States government is also worried about the close relations between Libya and the Soviet Union, resulting in large-scale Soviet arms supplies to Libya. So far, Libyan reaction to the diplomats' expulsion has been muted. One weapon in her grasp is oil. Libya is the third largest supplier of U.S. oil imports, representing 4.5% of U.S. consumption, or 500,000 barrels a day. Tonight, we talk directly to the man in charge of Libya, Colonel Muammar Gadhafi, speaking by satellite from his office outside Tripoli, the Libyan capital. Jim?
Robin, Colonel Gadhafi holds no official title as Libya's chief of state. He's known only as the leader of the great 1st of September revolution. That is the revolution of 1969, when he and a group of other young army officers overthrew the then king of Libya and established a new Libyan Arab Republic. His rule of Libya, a nation of 3 million people that is 92% desert, has brought him very mixed, starkly contrasting reviews. To his supporters, he's a visionary, attempting to forge a united Arab front based on Islamic principles and his own so-called Green Book, a new international theory as an alternative to capitalism and communism. But to his detractors, he's a menace, a maniac, a supporter and exporter of terrorism, murder, and revolution. One point of information about our interviewing him tonight: in exchange for Colonel Gadhafi's agreeing to have it conducted in English without a translator, we agreed to submit our major questions in writing in advance. That was with the proviso, of course, that spontaneous follow-up questions be permitted. But here again, in order to eliminate the need for translation, we have agreed to try and keep them as simple and short as possible. Robin?
Colonel Gadhafi, do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
What kind of relationship do you want now with the United States?
Anyhow, I want a normal relationship with the United States as any other relation with any other state in the world, particularly the relationship with any big power like Soviet Union or other big states in the world, just I want.
Do you consider your relations normal now with the United States?
No, of course it is not normal.
How do you expect your relations to change with the expulsion of your diplomats?
First of all, we have no diplomats. It is a popular bureau formed by the Libyan people. I didn't sign any paper regarding this bureau. I didn't appoint any one of them. They have chosen by the people them itself. They are not diplomats. I think the masses that formed this people bureau will form another one in America. We have thousands of students in the United States of America. I think they will form a new one instead of this closed bureau. It is the responsibility of the masses because this is Jamahiriya. The authority is in the hand of the people itself.
So you don't consider the men who have been expelled by the United States as diplomats?
No, we have no diplomats in the world at all after the authority of the people since 1977, when the authority of the people took place in that time. We have no government, no ministries, no Ministry of Foreign Affairs, no Minister of Foreign Affairs. Here in Tripoli also there is a popular committee which is responsible for the foreign affairs, and it is a link between the people, the Libyan people, and the other states and peoples in the world. It is not official department.
Colonel, what kind of retaliation can the United States expect for the expulsion?
I don't expect it now anything because it is not a serious step. We lost nothing. It is only it is not a reasonable step from United States of America against a state like my country, and there is no justification to expel this popular bureau from your country, because it is to link a good relationship between Libyan people and American people, and the government of America has no right to close this popular bureau. I think it is against the interests of United States of America itself, not against my country. I am not nervous, I am very quiet, very calm now, but I am sorry to see big power like America behaves childish behavior like this, and juvenile or childish behavior like this. It is not suitable for big power like America to do this.
So you do not intend then to use oil as a weapon of retaliation?
It is another matter. Oil is our, and it is a weapon in our hands. We have the full right to use it when it is necessary.
But it's not necessary now, in your opinion?
It is due to the Libyan people itself through the basic popular congresses. They may discuss this matter and decide what is suitable and what is right.
Robin?
Colonel Gadhafi, there are some 2,000 Americans living in Libya. Can you assure their safety and freedom, or should they now leave your country?
No, they are our guests, and they are people who are helping us, and we are cooperating with them for mutual interests between Libya and America, and nothing will happen to them until the situation deteriorates. I hope it will not be so. Now, I think nothing will be towards these people who are here now. We are not like America. We are wise. We have responsibility towards others and towards the world. We are a nation of civilization, not like America. We behave very calm and rightful, and I think nothing will hurt them.
You say, until the situation deteriorates. What did you mean by that? Deteriorates in what way?
It is in the side of America. May United States of America deteriorates itself the situation by any new childish manner, childish behavior, like what is happening now, because this step of closing our popular bureau in America, it is without any justification. It is unreasonable action. And according to this, America might do some steps like this, which is not responsible action.
Are you expecting some further action by the United States against you? I'll repeat that question. Are you expecting some further action by the United States against you?
No one can expect what the United States of America can do, because the policy of America is not a reasonable policy. It is out of any international responsibility. And I think that America has no right to do anything against my country, because we do what is right, what is justice, what is our right to do.
Colonel, you are anti-communist. How do you explain your close relationship then with the Soviet Union?
It is not necessary, if I am not a communist, that my relation will be bad with the Soviet Union. My relation is very good with the Soviet Union. Soviet Union is our friend. And I am not a communist, not capitalist. I am socialist, Jamahiri, progressive. I don't see any contradiction between my good relationship with the United States, with the Soviet Union, and because I am not a communist.
Do you share?
Yes.
I was going to ask you if you shared the Soviet Union's basic political goals in the world.
Pardon? Would you repeat, please, this question?
Yes, sir. Do you share the Soviet Union's basic political goals in the world?
Yeah, huh?
Let me ask it another way. Are you and the Soviet Union, do you and the Soviet Union agree in political terms as to what the future of the world should hold?
I understand now. No, sometimes we agree about some international matters, and sometimes we disagree, because Soviet Union is Soviet Union, and Libya is Libya. Every one of us has his own interests and has his own strategy in the world, and his different policy and social system and political system, which is different also. But he is our friend, besides of all this.
We have read the figure here in the United States that you have purchased $12 billion in arms from the Soviet Union. Is that correct, sir?
I don't know exactly the number, but is it true or not? But anyhow, we buy weapons from Soviet Union and from other countries like Britain, Italy, and France, and China, and other countries.
It's been suggested that many of those arms that you have bought have been placed there as a kind of staging area for the Soviet Union. Is that true?
No, of course it is not true. We have weapons only for defense, for our service, and these weapons are not enough now for sufficient defense. We need more weapons to defend our country, and we will not allow Soviet Union to store any weapons for it in my country. We refuse such things.
Military commentators say that you already have far more arms and tanks and planes than your army of 40,000 men could possibly ever use.
We have armed people. We are going now to get rid of the regular army. The regular army will disappear in this Jamahiri society, in Jamahiriya, the state of masses. The state of masses will have no regular army, no government. Now there is no government and the regular army will disappear. Therefore, we need weapons for the people, the armed people. Every citizen must have weapon, not in his house, but in the store. And he needs it in time of defense for his independence.
Defense from what, Colonel Gadhafi?
Against whom, you mean?
Against whom, yes.
Against any enemy who might attack my country, might attack my people. And my people must be armed and be ready to face any aggression.
How do you answer charges that Libya is involved in promoting and supporting and training international terrorists?
This accusation without any justification, also no evidence that we support or promote terrorism. We are against terrorism, absolutely, and we issued a law, very severe law, against any terrorist action. Therefore, we are absolutely against terrorism. But now we must clarify the meaning of terrorism. What is that terrorism? We consider the manufacturing of nuclear weapon is terrorist action, and establishing foreign military bases in the land of others. It is also terrorism. And make people is suffering from famine, to keep food for them. It is also terrorism. And hijacking airplanes and seize honest people to be victim for this action. It is also terrorism, but it is very small one in the comparison of the big action of terrorism, which is America is doing now by threatening others, by its fleets, by its bases, by famine people, is keeping wheat not to sell and to give to the poor people, and so on.
It is frequently reported that, let me list some of the places you are said to have given assistance to, some of the so-called terrorists, and ask if it's true. Did you not train and later give sanctuary to the terrorists who attacked the Israeli athletes at the Munich Olympics?
No, we haven't any relation with this accident, and we heard about it in the media, as you heard.
But you deny that?
No, we have no intention or no decision to do such bad things, which is considered as a terrorism. But we support the struggle of the peoples for the freedom, for the independence, like the people of Palestine. We support its struggle because it is justice cause.
Do you give support to the Irish Republican Army?
No support, no material support, but spiritual one. Yes, we consider it is justice cause, because Ireland is Ireland and Britain is Britain. The existence of Britain in this place is colonization, and our evidence is the struggle which is going now severely in this area, and this leaders of the Irish army who are dying now of hunger in the jail for this cause. They have cause, they have justice cause. They want to be independent.
Did you send support to the Italian Red Brigades?
No, we are against the Red Brigades, and we consider them a group, a terrorist group, in fact.
To the guerrillas in El Salvador?
No, it is far from us, and we support the people of El Salvador. We hope these people will succeed to restore its stability and dignity and freedom. We support the people, but no relationship between us and these people. It is far from us, and we have nothing to do with it now.
It has also been charged, Colonel, that your government has sent killer squads to assassinate Libyans living abroad, of whom 11 have been killed. Is that true?
First of all, we have no government. There are some few people, Libyan people, who are royal ones, and they got big quantities of money and got out. This money belonged to the Libyan people, and they did some crimes against their country, and they support now the foreign intelligence against the security of Libya, and therefore the refugees committees they hold a court, refugees court made decision and decided to punish some of them. They will be judged to death or sentenced to death or something like this. There are very few people. It is according to the judge of this, the judgment of this revisionary court.
Do you support that effort?
Is it clear? Excuse me, is it clear? Is the answer clear?
Yes, I was just wondering if you personally supported that. I noticed that you said some time ago that you ordered Libyan exiles to return home or they would be executed. I assume that you support this effort to execute these people then.
No, I didn't say like this. I told them they must come back to be safety, to be safety, yes. Otherwise, I can't protect them aboard. Therefore, the refugees committees may be after them and they may eliminate them. Therefore, I declared that if you come back to your country, you will be safety, I guarantee you, but outside, no one can protect you. That I did, I declared.
The FBI here in the United States, Colonel, says that your government was behind the attempted assassination of a man here in our state of Colorado, a Libyan exile. Is that true? It was an attempted assassination. The man lived.
I don't think it is true, and I didn't hear about this accident. But I can assure that no one will be killed outside without justice and revolutionary trial.
Colonel Gadhafi, many countries in Africa and in Europe are worried that your armed military intervention in the neighboring country of Chad means that you plan to annex Chad and maybe the Niger and other countries in your enlarged Libyan Pan-Islamic Republic. What are your aims in Africa?
We have no plan towards this area. We want stability, independence, progression for all these continental and for all these countries, particularly in Africa. It is our continental. We have no other intention towards this area.
Why did you say when your troops went into Chad that Chad was part of Libya's needed living space?
No, it is not true. I said the security of Chad, it touches the security of Libya, of course. But we sent our troops to Chad in accordance with a mutual defense, yes, agreement of defense between us and the national government of Chad, and according to the request of this government to help it for stability and for peace. Yes, and my troops put an end for a civil war which continued about 20 years. And now this civil war ended. And now Chad is living in peace and security, and now is turning to build its self after stopping this war.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Colonel Gadhafi, our time for this interview is up. Thank you very much for joining us and from Tripoli, Libya this evening. Good night. And thank you, Jim. Good night.
Good night, Robin.
That's all for tonight. We will be back tomorrow night. I'm Robert McNeil. Good night.